By 1943, Washington had run out of rooms. The government's own photographer went inside them. The Census Bureau put it in a table. 685,000 people in the district in the summer of 1940. 890,000 by the summer of 1943. 200,000 new Washingtonians in 3 years, and the houses hadn't moved. The photographs in this film are black and white negatives from the Library of Congress. A machine estimated the colors. Nothing else has been changed. Every original is free to see at the library's website. The captions you'll hear are the photographer's own. Her name was Esther Bubley. Hired to develop the government's film, she ended up shooting it, and in January 1943 she went inside one boarding house, the top of one dresser in one rented room. A radio, a hand mirror, a bottle of tonic. Her caption: pictures of her husband decorate the dresser and mirror of this boarding house resident. A house rule forbids men guests to come into girls' rooms, and the caption adds vice versa. A clerk in the Navy Department reading in his room. Another Navy employee listens to the radio and studies drafting. The ties on the wall are the closet. The Price administration clerk told Bubley why she left the shade off her lamp. The light looks like an angel. The caption for this room reads like a classified ad in reverse. Needs a heater in the winter and a fan in the summer. The telephone in a boarding house is always busy. The bathroom runs on a schedule, 8 minutes each in the morning. Her caption calls ignoring it social suicide. Those who are not too modest save time by tripling up. After dinner, a bridge game goes on nightly in the largest room. The bridge game does not disturb this sleeper. She labeled this one simply, a boarding house philosopher. An evening gathering. Someone's bed is the sofa. The proprietor watches the service at dinner. The landlady. And paying the rent. Rent day in this city came with a law attached, passed 5 days before Pearl Harbor. Congress had looked at what it called the congested situation at the seat of government and frozen Washington's rents. The Emergency Rent Act pinned rents to what the room had cost on January 1, 1941. And in the statute book, the act ends on the very page where the next law begins. The declaration of war on Japan, 6 days later. Which is how one boarder earned the shortest caption in the series. Pearl Ginsburg refused to have her rent raised. One caption names the house Disson's, a Navy Department employee laid up with a cold. The library keeps it all as one lot. One house, 38 negatives. This girl met her husband at the boarding house. When he was drafted, she moved back into her old room. His pictures decorate the dresser and wall. By day, the boarders ran the city. At Western Union, Miss Dorothy Lutz, a telegraph messenger, 9 months on the job. The messenger bench. Miss Jeannie Lee Neal reading a perforated tape. Miss Ethel Wakefield at the switchboard. Mrs. Susan Poyce, chalking switching instructions. In the routing center, the racks are labeled. Government telegrams in one, commercial in the other. Capitol Transit put women on the streetcars, Hattie B. Sheehan, conductor. Miss Frances Lewis. Her caption gives her the job title, Motorman, Sheehan again, with the coin changer on her belt. At the Weather Bureau, a junior meteorologist assembles the sectional maps. plotting room, preparing an advisory forecast. Weather was war information now. June brought a deadline. The last day to spend war ration shoe coupon 17. The shoe stores were as crowded as the boarding houses. Blanche Beavers at the arcade seafood counter, and 2 boys at the grocery waiting to carry orders. Sunday morning march. At First Wesleyan Methodist, Brother Foote preached in sackcloth, reprimanding the congregation, the caption says, for skipping the revival. A sailor in the congregation. A soldier from a nearby camp rose to give a testimonial. The Sunday school listened from the side room. And then the sidewalk, and the week began again. Women gossiping in a drugstore over cokes. Her words on the caption card. She rode the streetcars with them. The streetcar passenger. A little boy at the window. Sunday afternoon at the National Gallery, which was free and heated. A street photographer worked the Capitol grounds, a picture of pictures being sold. April. Sailors posed under the cherry blossoms. Snapshots on the steps of the Jefferson Memorial, 1 year old that spring. The Army band played free concerts in front of the Capitol. Her caption credits the trumpet solo, Henry Hot Lips Levine. Saturday night was the Sea Grill. A girl waiting alone told Bubley, "We drink beer and talk, and of course we keep our eyes open." The same evening, the caption updates. She has picked up 2 soldiers. They are drinking beer and exchanging life histories. This girl and this soldier came in separately. The caption says they are developing a beautiful friendship, a slightly inebriated couple. Sue. The waitress, the lonesome soldiers asked for introductions. Soldiers from Walter Reed out of the hospital for the evening. At the Elks Club, jitterbugs at what the caption calls the cleanest dance in town. At the Walsh Club for federal employees, the music came from a jukebox. Sunday night ended at the Greyhound terminal, a sailor kissing his mother goodbye. A mother stood in line with her son until the bus took him. The ticket window. Baltimore, Annapolis, Richmond, and all points between. One soldier's parents climbed onto the baggage cart to see into the bus until the moment it left. The faces in the windows. In July, she walked the alleys behind the Capitol. A child in her home. An alley dwelling, a few blocks from the dome. The boom that filled the boarding houses never reached these houses. Congress had created an alley dwelling authority 9 years earlier to clear these blocks. The authority's own report counted 176 squares of alley dwellings, and in one alley, families living in corrugated iron garages. Bubley's caption states the fact of it plainly. These are homes, and this is the Capitol. December. In Lafayette Park, across from the White House, a woman who had fed the pigeons almost daily for 13 years went on feeding them. A pawn shop window. At the United Nations Service Center, the flags of the Allies hung over the lobby desk. A machine sold your own photograph already framed for 15 cents. Servicemen with hours between trains slept in the lounges. You could leave a time with the attendant and be woken for your train. There was a nursery. Children were fed according to instructions their parents left. Volunteer opens a can of baby food. Another sews new chevrons on a paratrooper's overcoat. And before Christmas came, a sailor got help wrapping his gifts. This is the capital the war built, not the marble, the rooms. And the file's best caption is a boarder's reason for leaving her shade off. The light looks like an angel.